We've seen both ends of the T20 spectrum with this doubleheader. Got a high-scoring run fest, got a low-scoring pot boiler to begin the day. I would have thought on a day Mumbai lost, that has to be the starting point, but what we've seen from Sophie Devine. I mean, I know there's a part of us thinking we still have to wait for that first 100, but man, what was that knock, Vishal?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's not surprising that much that that kind of brutal knock came from Sophie Devine's bat. She has the quickest T20 century, I think, in women's cricket. But the way it came, and at the point when RCB were almost out of the league phase and their big batters were not scoring in big partnerships, the crunch time was there. It was a high-scoring chase, like you said. Couldn't have been a better point.
And the boundaries, there was a 94-meter six, which I think is the longest six of this WPL. There was an 83-meter six. It was video game level from her at one point. She was 90 of 30 balls, a strike rate of 300. That is crazy. And as you said, in a chase of 189, which could have been very tricky for RCB. It's a must-win game, but also, you know, when NRR comes into this picture, this might be a very important, a knock more important than just the 99.
And the way she started it was against Ash Gardner, who's been probably Gujarat's best bowler, 24 run over.
Yeah, and that was so linked to the fortunes of her opening partner, because we felt that with Gujarat and all their spinners, especially two off spinners, Smriti Mandhana might have a tough time, and she did in that first over from Sneh Rana, the third over of the innings. But Sophie Devine, on the other hand, was making up for it.
That is, this might fly under the radar, but hey, Smriti Mandhana has some semblance of form back, and that is great news. She's smiling again, she's scoring well. She had a 30 odd, which, you know, given her last few games, I think it's something noteworthy.
Just on that Sophie Devine point, we have seen some great knocks. Is this one right up there, Vishal?
Among her best knocks?
Among the knocks of this season in the WPL so far.
Yeah, for that point again, that RCB really needed. Nobody would have been surprised again if in a chase of 189 RCB would have lost, and especially because at the same ground 2 days ago Gujarat Giants had defended 147. Today they were defending 188. So it wouldn't have been a surprise, and somebody had to step up and, you know, take the game all the way, because their partnerships were not coming in the middle despite having Heather Knight and Elise Perry and all that. So of the tournament, yes.
So, you know, when no partnerships in the middle, her opening partner struggling, what does Sophie Devine do? I'll do it myself.
So this one over the one Shafali had against Gujarat.
Both Shafali and I believe Alisa Healy has a 90 or 2
against RCB. Yes.
95, yeah, I think.
They've come in relatively smaller chases with relatively less at stake. In this scenario, I think, yeah, with the kind of pressure there was, this was exceptional.
And what this means to Gujarat is that while they are mathematically still there, they are on 4 points. They have one game to play, but they have a net run rate which is now negative 2.5. In one game, you can't turn that around. No amount of maths can do that in a 20 over game. And their last game will be against UP Warriors, who have done, Xenia, the unthinkable. They've stopped Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians have lost a match at this WPL, and they've lost a low scoring thriller, a team that has put on so many runs and such high scoring matches. To 127 is what they were dismissed for, which comes back to something we've spoken a lot about, the spin strength of UP Warriors, and that is what finally ended Mumbai's juggernaut.
Yeah, you know, they have their top two wicket takers are Sophie Ecclestone and Deepti Sharma. They also have Rajeshwari Gaikwad, who has so much international experience. And the way, maybe it was an auction thing that they really cracked, that only 2 grounds is where the WPL is being played, and the pitches are going to tire out eventually. We are already almost in the last week of the WPL, and look at them, they bowled 18 out of their 20 overs just by spinners. They can easily bowl 20 out of 20 also if they require. And if they want to play just one pace bowler, they can bring back Shabnam Ismail. So nothing is missing for them in their bowling at least.
Yeah, in fact, they brought in Parshivi Chopra for Shweta Sehrawat, leg spinner for an opening batter. And look how that played well. Imagine if the tracks do turn and 8 turn in the eliminator, if they do reach, can you imagine? They can bowl like all the spinners throughout.
And these 18 overs are, despite for the last few games, they haven't even used a Devika Vaidya, who is also a leg spinning option in that same lineup. So spin, I'm waiting to see a day where you have 20 overs of spin.
Yeah.
We've not seen that in any T20 that I can think of. But to me, one of the things that also makes UP dangerous on this kind, if they are playing on that kind of surface, which is low scoring, is also that presence of just those power hitters, right? Because in games like these, where runs aren't coming that easy, That power will make a difference, and for that you have Alyssa Healy. You saw today, I thought Talia McGrath and Grace Harris's partnership was perhaps the most important of that game. In that chase, they were slipping, and then these two come, both of them hit 30, 38, 39 of 20, 25 balls. These were defining knocks, which takes me to my last question of the day. We had those two knocks. We had Sophie Eccleston, who had an all-round brilliant day, as did Deepti Sharma. Did everyone agree with the player of the match decision? It went to Deepti Sharma.
Or do you mean did anyone agree?
I think the run out of Izzy Wong might have been something that clinched in her favour. There was a bit of confusion over the player of the match award, but hey, Deepti Sharma and run outs, I think they just gave it for her clever run out in the past and this one.
Surely
Especially-
adjudicators think of more.
Yeah. I mean, if we were adjudicators, we would have all given it to Sophie Eccleston, also because of
who apart from her wickets also sealed it with a 6 when
Yeah.
it could have been really tricky.
Yeah, that match was at that time 50-50 or maybe 60-40 also in favor of Mumbai, because the lower order of UP Warriors is not that great. So she actually did it with the 6 as well, and her wickets were also more crucial. She was more economical. The batters, the way she got the batters out, she bowled much slower, made them mistime the ball. That was, I think, a more deserving performance.
Also showed a bit of a mirror to some of the younger Indian spinners who surely will learn also from the opponents in just reducing that pace, like you mentioned, which is something Saika Ishaq, who's now gone 2 matches without a wicket, which also comes as a shock, could learn from Sophie Eccleston. So great signs for UP, great signs for the tournament. There's movement at the top. There's, I mean, not movement at the top, but at least they've been stopped a bit at the top. It's movement from the bottom. Looks could be an exciting last couple of double headers.
Yeah, no team has been ruled out yet.
Yeah.
No team has sealed the final place thanks to UP Warriors. Mumbai are not unbeaten yet.
And the purple cap and orange cap has changed hands. It's a small indicator, but it says that this tournament is not turning out as boring or as one-sided how it looked in the first week.
Yeah, super Saturday.